Hey everyone, it's Erin with Hail Varsity. I'm joined by Derek, also of Hail Varsity. I'm going to just be honest with you. We are both hungry. It has been a long day in Indy, but we wanted to just do a quick video recap of the day. So we're standing in front of the biggest big in the world to answer hopefully a couple of your questions. But Derek, let's keep this super simple, because if you haven't...
What question would they have about the big sign?
Not about that.
Okay.
Although maybe you want to know the dimensions, and I don't have...
The Eastern time zone change thing is throwing me off.
It
so
is.
that was the big thing with me this morning. I was up an hour before I'm usually up, and the brain is functioning accordingly.
We all need caffeine in foods, but if you haven't gone to hailvarsity.com, we have a ton of content, everything from Trev Alberts, Scott Frost, Ben Stille, Stille and Deontai Williams were the three Huskers that were here. So really, we can't say much more than just go check that out. But I guess if I had to ask you one question, Derek, the lights are turning out. They're kicking us out. So we will keep this quick. What was your biggest takeaway from today?
It's a confident football team, I think. One of the things that Scott Frost talked about was that they need to start well for the 2021 season so that they can keep that confidence going. But, we talked to Deontai Williams, like you said. He said that they might have one of the best wide receiver groups in the Big Ten, which was interesting to hear. Frost is obviously really excited about the skill position talent that he has on offense. He said in the spring that he was really excited about the wide receivers, and I think he doubled down on that today. It seems like he doesn't seem worried about running back. He said to call it a question mark would be mislabeling it. He seems happy with the progress that Adrian Martinez has made. And then, obviously defensively, we kind of know that there's at least a baseline level of play that we can expect from them. So I think, the biggest takeaway for me was that they're aware of, the fundamental stuff has to get better. Trev Alberts actually earlier today talked a lot about how, the way Nebraska gets back to the level that it wants to play at is not really by talking about, well, we did this 30 years ago or we're going to win national championships. It's about really focusing in on the details and the minute stuff. And that was something that carried over with the players and with Frost today.
Yeah, everything across the board, they were very consistent in their messaging. I would say, really limiting turnovers, limiting small mistakes, limiting things that they feel that they can control that have been the reason they have lost close games in the past. So it just felt very unified. Austin Allen spoke about Adrian Martinez as well and said he's really a player at this point who has nothing to lose. So he's playing with more confidence than he's ever played with before, and just has seemed to be a very new Adrian this spring, summer, and heading into fall. So again, what Derek said is everything I heard as well. They're very unified in their messaging.
But I will say too, it wasn't like arrogant confidence,
No.
which I think, some of the Deontai Williams said it felt like Nebraska's a social media target, which it is completely understandable for them to feel that way. But part of that is, I think, the first couple of years under this staff, and particularly in year two, the last time we had Big Ten Media Days, Nebraska was picked to win the Big Ten West. Frost said today that they were picked to win the Big Ten West for no good reason, which was his quote. They were confident then, but they hadn't proven anything yet, and they didn't really have a reason to have the confidence that they had, given the 4-8 record the year before. Right now, Frost said we have to go out and we have to show people why we're confident. We have to go out and earn our respect. He was asked about them being picked fifth in the Big Ten West. Cleveland.com released their poll. It was either yesterday or this morning. Time is irrelevant at this point. Nebraska was picked fifth, only ahead of Purdue and Illinois. And Frost was asked about it, and he said, we're picked where we're supposed to be. And until we go out and prove that we deserve to be picked higher, I like where we're at. And he said, if that's going to put a chip on the kid's shoulder, then that's good. There was confidence, but it wasn't in the sense of like, okay, we're gonna run, this because we're Nebraska and blah blah blah. It was confidence born out of seemingly they feel comfortable with the work that they put in over this offseason.
the only thing I'll leave you with, and then I will let Derek go get some food and sleep, but one of the things that we brought up in our video originally about what we expected to hear is we did get some COVID protocol discussion, but the Big Ten basically said they didn't have really anything to offer today. They are currently working with the schools, allowing them to offer their feedback, provide like what they would want the policy to be for each individual school, and then they will hope to have that out to the public in August is what it essentially, I'm summing it up very basically. We have a story at hailvarsity.com if you want to get more specifics on that. But that was really what that was. Now, Scott Frost actually did speak about that as well and said vaccinations are going to be the way to guarantee a season without an uninterrupted season. I think that was definitely something people were expecting to hear from him as well. And he did chime in and again said vaccinations are the pathway for his team to have a complete season, to not have interference into the season. So that is all we know right now. We did not get the SEC, ACC, Big 12.
Only 37 days away from the season, so no rush here. I guess if we learned anything from the past year, it's that being proactive is overrated. So I guess.
Although maybe to the opposite point, maybe the Big Ten is wanting to just listen to its member institutions and let them chime in before because that was the one thing they wanted last year was just transparency. So hopefully this is the path to that transparency. But if you are wondering for more specifics on that, we don't have it yet, but we do have a story on what you need to know at hailvarsity.com, plus a ton else. We heard a lot of things today. Adrian Martinez. We even heard about potentially the dramatic gopher not being allowed any longer at Minnesota because it could be an unsportsmanlike conduct. So go to hailvarsity.com. We even have a premium story up if you aren't a subscriber. Highly recommend it.
I don't think I'm supposed to do that. I just got flagged.
Yeah, there's an official coming our way.
Sorry.
So we will let you go. We will be back here for Friday in more Big Ten Media Days content. Thank you, Derek. We'll talk to you later.